Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Smoking Jazz Barbecue. Today we're going to be featuring some smoked barbecue pork chop. As you can see, I got my roadie with me as always. Yes, smiling for the camera. Anyway guys, we're doing smoked barbecue pork chops today. Hopefully it doesn't rain, and it looks like it's going to rain. As you can see the sky, I hope it doesn't rain because I don't like to cook in the rain, but if I have to, yeah, you know, it is what it is. So. But anyway, guys, stay tuned. I'm gonna show you how it's done, all right? All right, folks, let's jump right into it. So let me apologize because I did not make a video on how to brine pork chops. But here's the recipe so you can follow step by step on how to make a brine for your pork chops. If you choose to, you can pause the video so you can copy down all the directions. After 2 hours of brining, we're going to take the pork chops out of the brine. Make sure you get rid of all these excess brine out of it as much as possible. Line up all your pork chops that you're going to cook in a singular line. Be sure to get rid of any excess brine, just like that. Use several sheets of paper towels just to dry your pork chops up as much as possible. You might also have to repeat this process 2 to 3 times before you get to the right stage of dryness. Flip the pork chops to the other side and repeat the process. Today's flavor profile, I'm using my personal pork rib rub with a little bit of Montreal steak seasoning. I mix them both together and I'm going to use it on these pork chops. Be sure to shake your seasons really well before applying to any meat. You want to make sure that all the flavor profiles that are incorporated in that rub are going to adhere to the meat properly. Speaking of adhering to the meat, if you notice I did not use any binders, I'm just using the moisture that's in the pork chop for my rubs to stick to. Now take your pork chops and flip it to the other side and repeat the process. Guys, these are 2-inch thick pork chops. So make sure when you are seasoning these pork chops, do not be shy. These are large cuts of meat that can take on these rubs. You can add another layer of flavor by injecting these with some apple juice or some apple cider vinegar. But for me, I'm just gonna leave it the way they are. I'm just gonna keep it simple. And don't forget to pat the rubs down on each and every single one of those chops. That way you maximize all the flavor potential. With the remainder of the rubs on the aluminum foil, take your pork chops and season all 4 sides. That way I know this is going to be some good eats at the end. I guarantee it, guys. So comment down below and let me know how you season your pork chops. And also, do you prefer a thinner cut of pork chops or a thicker cut of pork chops? Now for me, guys, I prefer a thicker cut. And the only reason why is because I'm greedy. If I'm getting a full flavor pork chop, I want to have all the meat I can have. While that's marinating, I'm going to go prep my Weber kettle. And for today's wood flavor profiling, I am using apple and cherry with a little bit of Kingsford charcoal. Now take your grill and grate and place it back on top. And as always, I use Weber lighter cubes to start my charcoal chimney fire. It's very easy, guys. Just place the cube on the grate and light it up. Simple as that. Now guys, you can use lighter fluid if you like, but I wouldn't recommend it, and that's a big no-no in the barbecue world. But you can do whatever you like, guys. Take your charcoal chimney and place on top of the fire and let the charcoals get nice and ashed over. This process takes about 15 to 20 minutes tops. After 20 minutes, your charcoal should look like this. If you can see there's a nice ambient fire. Now take that and dump it in the middle of the rest of the charcoal. So we're going to use the indirect cooking method to cook our pork chops. And I'm using a barbecue vortex here, but you don't have to use this product whatsoever. Just in case if you guys didn't know what the indirect cooking method is, it's simply placing your lit charcoal on one end of the grill and placing your meat on the opposite end. But today I'm going to use the barbecue vortex. Guys, comment down below, let me know what are your thoughts on the vortex. I love it because it definitely gets hotter and can sear meat faster. Now close the lid and adjust your dampers and let it come up to temperature. As you can see here, these chops are ready for the grill. Look at the change in the color and look at the difference in the texture. Time for some smoke flavor. With the weather elements still turning against me and the daytime is running out, I gotta hurry up and season the grill. So today I'm using a little bit of canola oil on the cooking grate, and this will ensure there will be no sticking to the grill. So I'm just gonna place these pork chops in a circular circumference all around the outside of the vortex. So with the vortex, it gives up so much heat, and as you can see, there's still a little fire going on. I don't want these pork chops to be burning, so I'm just gonna put it outside the barbecue vortex. So be sure not to stack the pork chops on top of each other. Leave a ½ inch gap in between one another. So this will allow the wood flavors to penetrate the meat and give you another layer of flavor. And don't worry about that fire that you see that's coming out of the vortex, guys. Once you close the lid, it will choke the fire down, just like so. So we're gonna cook these beautiful pork chops at 250 degrees. Make sure you adjust your temper to a ½ inch opening, like so in the picture as you can see there. Pretty much the same width as the number 2 pencil. So here at the bottom of that, you wanna have a ½ inch opening as well. So the entire cooking process is going to be about 1.5 hours, but we're going to check it every 20 minutes. As you can see here, we're maintaining 250 degrees, and that's the temperature that you want to maintain for the duration of the cook. But let's open this up and see what it looks like inside. Uh-oh, they are looking great. The first 20 minutes, they're looking great. As I stated before, the fire has went down, has been choked out a little bit, and we're cooking and smoking. All right, guys, so another 20 minutes has gone by, and let's check it again. As you can see here, the texture of the color has definitely changed to a darker brown, and that's a good sign that these pork chops are halfway done. At this point, you want to definitely flip them over just to get an even color on both sides. They're looking great, guys. They're juicy, and they're definitely moist. Make sure that you guys are using a long pair of tongues. That way you can avoid being burnt. So as you can see there, guys, there are a little bit of grill marks that are forming right there on the pork chops. That's the appearance that we are looking for. So that way when you present these later on, they're gonna definitely look great. So the sauce that we're using today is Stubs Sweet Heat. Man, oh man, this is one of my favorite barbecue sauce. So we're gonna definitely use this on these pork chops right now. So I like a little bit of light coating on my pork chops of barbecue sauce. Guys, you can use as much as you want or as little as you want. There's no right or wrong way whatsoever. But I'm just applying a little thin light coat on it, and I'm just gonna brush it with a little brush. And just be sure to brush it evenly, guys. You don't wanna miss any spots whatsoever. So take your time and make sure you do the sides as well. It's very important, guys. So are you guys getting hungry or what? Because I know I am. They are looking good just the way they are. I'm ready to dive in actually, but we're gonna definitely finish these up real quick. So we're gonna definitely flip these over and repeat the process on the opposite side. And that way we are ensuring a good quality pork chop that's well seasoned, full of flavor, juicy and tender. I don't know if you can hear the raindrops still falling in the background, but it is still raining, guys. So hey, comment down below if you ever cooked in the rain, if you ever barbecued in the rain, and if you ever smoked anything in the rain. I'm telling you, this is not a fun experience, but hey, we gotta eat, guys. So we're gonna close the lid and cook this for another 20 minutes. And as you can see here, my dog is patiently waiting. So through the miracle of time, we're gonna speed the process to 20 minutes later. Time to pull these beauties off the grill. But I do have to apologize to you guys. The lighting, as you see now, is not as great as it was earlier, but we did achieve the color that we're looking for these chops. And we're gonna pull these off and take them back to the kitchen. We're gonna loosely wrap them in aluminum foil so they can rest for about 15-20 minutes. All right, so stay tuned, guys. I'm gonna show you what it looks like when we're about to cut them. All right, guys, so time for the reveal. All right, so as you can see here, they are looking great. We're looking for that particular color, which is that mahogany brown. So let's cut into these and show you what it looks like. Wow. I'm definitely getting hungry. And it's moist, and it's juicy, and it's tender. So we're finally at my favorite part, the taste testing. As you can see there's a little bit of smoke ring on these chops. And please forgive me, but this is pit master's privilege, as barbecue pit bulls would say. Thumbs up. Yeah, look at my facial expression. As you can see, my dog is excited too. Oh man, I think he approves. All right guys, so let's do a quick recap. So we brined these pork chops for about 2 hours. We seasoned them up and we smoked them at 250 degrees for about an hour and a half. Then we took these bad boys off the grill and let them rest for about 15-20 minutes and just served them after that. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure you smash 2 buttons for me, which is that subscribe and that like button. And don't forget to ring that bell. So thank you so much from the bottom of my heart, guys. Till we meet again, this is Smoking Jazz Barbecue.